Oh, I thought you woke up. I got it. She saw the smoke floating by. She looked like,
yeah, I just don't like it.
that's how you look that ass kick. You know what I'm saying, groups? Ooh.
Shocker notes.
Here, hit that. There's a little crummy in there.
You always put crummies in there.
Well, maybe in about 4 days, I'll be putting crummy somewhere else.
Yeah, why 4 days?
I don't know. I'm just giving her a good healing time.
4 days.
Yeah.
That's good healing time.
Yeah. Doctor says a week. I say 4 days.
A week, they're just checking it.
Huh?
A week, they're just checking it. make sure it's healed.
Ooh, shit. Did I catch it? Ooh, son of a bitch. There you are, you little bugger. Go right here. How would you think you were going, huh? You know what I'm saying, girl? That's from having that feeling in my fucking chest. A bunch of air.
Bunch of hot air.
I might need that pocket in a little bit. A hell of a shot. Creeping through there. I don't think so. Well.
I'm wondering what was in the Bible in there,
Eat! Oh. Yeesh. Like she's the fucking queen.
Yes. I said she is lately.
Yeah?
I'm trying to figure out a good way to lay down.
The way I keep telling you to. What are you thinking about?
Laying on my fucking back. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it.
How about not? Because you might pull a stitch. What?
Oh, God.
Yep, you done fucked up now. What up? You done fucked up now. Come on, why this dude had to run for me? Seriously? There ain't nobody else but me and you, dude. So you might as well just play me. You know what I'm saying, Boots? Oh, yes, I understand. Wow, bro. This guy is a fag. Really? He ran too? I'm gonna chase both of you down. Yeah, just play, bro. Oh my god. You guys are gay. Ooh, sorry, my guy. Alright. My guy, orange. Orange. Yeah.
Hey, Joe. Hey, what's up, boys? What's that? Yo.
What's going on?
It's just a weird day for everything.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah. Someone said you played a nice clip that says some stuff on your podcast, which was good.
Yeah, we played that one. There's a one clip that really, for me, defines Patrice. It's when you guys got in trouble for that. Of course you remember the crazy guy who said all the shit about Condoleezza Rice.
Yeah, Homeless Charlie, who we fucking love.
Patrice got on that Fox show with that really humorless lady.
Yeah,
and annihilated her, made her look ridiculous, made the whole thing look preposterous, and defined it in the best way that I heard anybody define all this PC bullshit about going after comedians and radio DJs for trying to be funny. You know, and that it all comes from the same place, that funny all comes from the same place. It was brilliant. The way he said it, the way he put it was brilliant. The way he handled that dumb cunt was brilliant. The whole thing was brilliant. It was just perfect. It was perfect Patrice.
He killed her with intelligence besides the comedy. That's what was so brilliant about it.
When she called him a fool, he won.
Yeah.
You know, he goes, oh, name calling.
Yeah.
It was so perfect, you know. Yeah, he killed it with intelligence and charm, and just by being a comic and saying, I'm here speaking for fun, you know. And then when he was like, she tried to like go over his act and paraphrase his act, and he's like, no, that's not what I said. And then he goes and does the whole angry pirate thing. Oh shit! You ejaculate her eye, and then you kick her in the shin. He walks around like an angry pirate. And then people were laughing on the crew. And he's like, how are you laughing?
Oh God, that was fucking funny. That's a great way to deal with somebody. Like that's how you deal with a dummy like that from now.
Yeah.
Is you don't cower to them or bow to them. You just if you're belligerent about it, they really have no recourse. That's what it did. And he destroyed her.
Yeah, it was vintage Patrice.
And that guy liked him. That John Gibbs really liked Patrice. He would have him. I think Fox got mad at that, but John Gibbs really loved Patrice.
Well, John Gibbs had to do an apology for Patrice's performance. Yeah, he didn't want to. You could just tell, he was in a bad spot. And then, unfortunately, Patrice is sticking up for us and comedians in general, and like you said, Joe Funny. It turned out that Fox never used him again. But that was Patrice. He didn't give a fuck. He didn't care.
Yeah, what he did was better than Fox using him 100 times.
Right.
Towing their company line.
Right.
One of my favorite parts is when Patrice was like, I speak for funny. He goes, you speak for people that stand in front of that thing, oh, today, boom, boom, boom. Find that guy's life.
Yeah.
40 hours a week he gets in front of a fucking camera and does that. And Patrice just made him look preposterous.
Right.
Oh, man. He spoke for funny. He fucking said it, and that was true. He spoke for funny.
She had no idea what she was in for, but she probably like.
Man,
and I was saying earlier in the show, the worst thing you could do with Patrice is not realize what a bright guy he was, because he was really a brilliant guy, and she didn't understand that he was a smarter person than she was, and he was going to run circles around her mentor. Like he's a big, loud guy, but he was going to outthink her, and he really made an absolute asshole out of her, which was fantastic.
The whole premise was that she was speaking for America. And we are tired. It's like, who?
Yeah. Name Yeah.
Face scrunch. You never want to be on the receiving end of the dismissive face scrunch.
It would have been a great silent film actor.
Followed by the face, but always followed by the Patrice finger.
Yeah.
Go away.
Yeah, when you dismiss.
Plowing forward with her pre-rehearsed bullshit. It was beautiful.
He never really caught a full pounding though. He always, I've gotten full pounding.
Yes.
I've gotten to the point where I've thrown clothes out. Like I went home and talked to my wife, and she was like, "It's all right. Maybe you should find new things."
His laugh would diffuse all that. You're trying to get at him, and then he would just kill the whole mood with one big over-the-top laugh. You're like,
And he was so loud.
right.
Yeah, I remember the first time I met him. I'm at the Comedy Cell, and I do a set, and I guess he's following me, so he's in the hallway, and I walk out, and he's just shaking his head. He's like, "You drove it for Jersey for that?" And he pulls a 20 out. He goes, "Here's some toll money. I feel bad." You know, at first I'm like, "What a fucking dick." And then he just starts laughing. "Come here, man." I'm like, "Fuck you." He's like, "Oh, come here." And he just started laughing. He's like, "Man, that was fucking awful. That was fucking awful." Never forget that.
He was definitely able to tread that line between being just a complete scumbag and being unbelievably charming.
He was. Somehow he gets charming after that.
How the fuck is that possible?
The first time I met him was at the Cellar. I was like a year into comedy. I was right on a bushy tail in New York. And I walked
knocked that right out of you.
Yeah, I walked in. I had really curly, furry hair and a big bushy beard. And him and Keith were talking, and I kind of knew Keith. And I wanted to chime in with my stupid whatever, and I go, "You know what I think?" And he just looks at me with the scrunchy face that you were talking about, Jim. And he goes, "Shut the fuck up, you halfway through a werewolf transformation."
Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah, I didn't speak for like 6 months in the Cellar.
Well, you shouldn't have.
I had my recorder on the side. You know, Patrice was sitting, and then I go home and listen to the tape. The whole tape was him telling me how much I suck. So funny.
First time I met him, Jamie Duke, I'm going to tell the story recently, but Jamie Duke was a local booker. He had set up a college. It was me opening, Patrice Middley, and Dom Fig headlining. Remember Dom?
Oh, God.
And I bombed, and Patrice, who I'd never met before, went on. And he didn't do much better. I might have had a 1, maybe. He had a 2.5.
Wait, he did a college gig?
Yeah, this is many years ago.
That is the ultimate.
No, bad booking.
And then Dom Fig went on and fucking had like a -3. And fucking Patrice, I had to drive him back to New York. And and he's making fun of me because I was acknowledging that I was bombing. He's like, "You're out there like, hey, I take no respect." And he's just attacking me like I bombed. And I'm like, "You fucking bombed too." He's like, "No, I didn't." I'm like, "You fucking asshole." I hated Patrice at first. This fucking pompous idiot really thought he did well.
You really couldn't stand him at that moment, right?
Motherfucker, I hated him the first time.
I think that was the way people took you. You hated him the first time.
Yeah.
And the next time you see him, you're like, "Oh, there's that guy."
But if you
Start there with somebody. Hey, Chris.
Hey.
Hey, man. How are you? Buddy, how are you?
Air.
Buddy, there's like nothing. What else is he gonna do? Going up. I mean, anything he said.
I don't remember when I liked
all
him.
right. I fought him a bit that he did here that I was able to explain to them. And for a 6 and a 9-year-old to grasp it was kind of weird, but they got it because of his wording, which was about Plaxico or whatever the guy's name was who shot himself. Yeah, the thing that he said about how his, he's rich now, living in a mansion, and he had a choice in life. He could hang out with rich white guys and play golf, or hang out with black guys that he grew up with. But if he who were fun. But in order to do that, he had to carry a gun because those guys are fucking stupid. So it was like live amongst your own, but he's not stupid. He's rich now. So he had to carry a weapon in order to hang out with his own people. That's such an acute observation. That's where he would find these cracks in the little things.
Oh,
yeah, no one else was thinking. And my kids were howling. They got why that was funny.
Wow. There would be shit that I pondered for years, and when the subject came up, I felt all good about being able to discuss it and talk about it. And then, I was saying before, in one sentence, he'd wrap it up and be like, how did I never see that?
And he closed the book on it.
Yeah, done. Here's what it is.
Yeah.
Then that's it.
And that's where everyone now has to refer to Patrice versus the people.
Yes, he said president.
Patrice versus the people for racial harmony.
Hey, was anybody else on that benefit we did that one time for the rescue dogs?
No.
You was at a Steinberg gig, so we did this gig, and it was like we show up, you figured it's for rescue dogs, we're working for free, everyone's going to be paying attention. It was this Manhattan, just who's who shit, and nobody was paying attention. The only two people paying attention were two cast members of Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. This is like fucking 8 years ago. And so I go up first, and like an idiot, I go right into my act, and I just immediately start bombing. Nobody's paying attention to me. I'm working for free. And all I can hear is Patrice laughing. Oh, shit. At the back of the fucking thing, right? Each one of us tried to adjust somehow to kill, and none of us could. We all ate our balls. And then Patrice went up there and opened with talking about how he had a puppy for breakfast and went through the whole preparation of it. And just pissed everybody off in the room. And then right when he had everybody listening, he just trashed everybody in the room and this whole thing. So the lady who ran the event with her I run shit fucking dress she had on was telling him, she told him to get off the stage. And he's just going, and he's going, no, I'm not getting off stage. She goes, I put this thing together. He goes, bitch, I don't give a fuck. And he just kept going.
Oh,
so then,
man.
No, he wouldn't get off the stage. And then they turned off the microphone. And there was a piano on stage, so he sits down at the piano and starts playing the piano, which he can't. And I remember he just sitting there banging it, and as she's yelling at him, he just looked over, this impish smile ever, just looking over, smiling, and I was just so fucking happy he did it, and I was so mad that I didn't think to fucking, I went up there like a hat in hand, and my dad's wacky, and just ate my balls.
Dude, one of the funniest days in here ever was, he was in here, and we started talking about food from around the country, and he started trashing every city's food. And he's going, Chicago deep dish pizza stinks. It fucking stinks. And the phones are just fucking lighting up. The whole world is hating on him. Yeah, Texas barbecue. Oh, we got the best barbecue. Fuck your barbecue.
You took them all on, though.
Oh my God, it was hilarious.
Fuck yeah. So many good fucking...
But it's like I said, like every subject we came up with half hour. When one of the funniest things was when we talked about the cruise ship deaths and how it's just so easy to kill your significant other on a cruise ship. They circle around 3 times and then leave the scene of the crime.
You just got to push them overboard.
In a giant ocean, and he like took it the extra step to do the Rasta man selling rock coats to your significant other. Buy a rock coat on, and you put it on, and then push your loved one over the edge, and then you sink right to the bottom. Fucking hilarious.
Did you know Patrice, Jay?
Oh, very, very well. So Patrice, one of the first guys who really kind of took me under his wing and like brought me around the country with him. So I was able to have the ability to learn from like really one of the best. And I'm really, as everyone is obviously pretty broken up about this. And I said on the DeRosa thing, I wanted to call him yesterday to say, because as DeRosa's laughing, DeRosa took maybe some of the worst beatings verbally at the voice of Patrice that I've ever seen somebody take.
Yeah.
And for people who don't know DeRosa, he looks like he's built like he has the body of a lowercase I. And I remember Patrice telling him with his sloping shoulders, he said Joe's dad would never be able to have a serious conversation with him because every time he put his hand on his shoulder, it would just slide off. You can't wear book bags because they would just be around his elbows. Having to talk you off a ledge for 30 minutes. No, that means he likes you, man. You.
Shit.
It was a real rite of passage to have him bust your balls when you got to New York, and I always loved him for that, man. I really, he's missed, man.
We were at Cowline years ago, and I was hosting to his other show, and he went up, his whole stuff was smashing me and how I slobber, and he's up there doing his act with his spaceship head in it. And I've never been as mad as I've ever been in my life, and I went up there, and I couldn't even,
he would go on, if I was hosting, he'd go on stage and he'd show no matter what. And then I'd go on after him, and I'd start, like, talking with somebody in the audience, and I would say something like, oh, look at the size of your eyes, whether my stuff is. And in the back, you'd hear, Jesus, at the top of his lungs. You know, Jesus, maybe as that eyes disease. Right? And then I would say something to somebody else, and you'd hear them, Jesus, right? And it was the most fun how we would go back and forth, and it was so unforced. It just made it seem like it was supposed to happen.
I remember sitting back by the where the comics, where the dressing room is at Caroline's, just right where you guys come out, and sitting back there and just trashing Rich as he was doing his act. Well, sitting there going, "Shut up, shut up."
Was he with us that horrible New Year's Eve?
Yes.
I went to the worst restaurant.
Yeah, you had a mouthful of like herring or some shit.
Wait, was that what you guys had? Was that you and your ex-girlfriend? Like
Yeah.
So that's when we were off the air at that point.
We all went out. That was it. Yeah, it was with Melinda at the time.
Yes.
And we were walking down the street, and there was some homeless people, of course, out on the street. And we passed by, I guess, a couple of black homeless people. And then Melinda pulled out a $5 and gave it to one of the white homeless people, and Patrice just laid into it. So, oh, look at you, you're a sweet little racist. And just started fucking pounding it. It was hilarious.
I mean, we're all established guys here. Does any one of us really want to follow the guy?
Right.
No, he used to hold court with. He actually was so funny. He could get comedians who are always trying to top people's stories to actually shut up and become audience members.
Yeah.
Like that time he went at it with the transvestite. Remember that?
Oh God, I forgot about that.
It was literally just some transvestite was coming down the street, and he was just in one of those moods where he felt like fucking with somebody. And he fucked with this transvestite, and she immediately came right back at him. Said, remember that line? She said, you got so many spaces between your teeth, looks like your tongue's in jail. That's what started it.
Jesus Christ.
And he hit her with shit just as big. Dude, and we just sat there. It was like, it was a comedic version. You ever see that tape of Biggie when he was just got in that rap battle in the middle of like the purest form?
Right.
It was like the purest form of comedy. There was no security. There was no crowd. Like a crowd just developed around what the fuck was happening. And he just sat there. And, you know, she hit him with a couple of stock lines, and he, like Ali, leaned on the ropes, let the he-she punch herself out, and then he just fucking destroyed her. But it was unbelievable. I remember just really in that moment going, he is truly special.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're really not going to see another one. That was a one-off.
Yeah,
that was it.
I loved being on when he was on, because he'd get, like, we would lock horns and stuff and get, like, I told him once I wasn't attracted sexually to black women, and he tested me for, like, 2 hours, saying that meant I'm gay. So he would go, like, and he started doing this bit where he'd be like, please bring up, like, and it was like a lawyer asking for, he was like, please bring up fatbooty.com. Like, you know what, bring up, it's juicy, pissing on black tits. And he'd come up and he'd go, this, you don't like this. But we would
to her and she didn't come over. And I said, you fucking idiot, you think that you're being, like, hard to get. She's happy you're not talking to her. Look at you. You know, but she was being intrigued by the evasiveness. This fucking fat freak was leaving her alone. You remember the fight we went in Brazil? You were there in Brazil? We had a rule in Brazil, if you got a lady of the evening, you put her in a car behind you. Because they'll, you know, they're a bunch of fucking criminals. You know, they'll get others selling drugs. And there's roadblocks everywhere, especially on the weekends. The cops just set up a roadblock, they look in, see a tourist with one of the girls, and they pat you down and they get to pay him off. We had this rule, but Patrice was Patrice. You know, the fucking mayor of Brazil. Fucking racist. That's a one day. What is fucking two Portuguese words, and it sounded like he's supposed to fluent Portuguese. And he goes, slow it down. He goes, tudo bem. Obrigado. What the fuck? Shut up. You really thought you was a man about town. Said they want your money, asshole. Fucking hookers. We're banging $30 whores. Yeah, that was 3-to-1 back then. Dude, we would take fucking 100 milligram Viagra's and go to the whorehouse and just not come until like the third or fourth girl, because once you blew the load, you know, you were done. And I remember me and him standing there in our robe upstairs in fucking, whatever that Maricolo. And I had a fucking 100 milligram Viagra hard-on poking out the front of my fucking robe. And you couldn't see my dick, but you could see the tent. And me and him were just standing there, and we're both just looking at the tent in my robe, and we're howling at exactly where we are and what we're doing. We're like in a third world country taking dick pills and fucking prostitutes for $20 American. Holy shit. Oh my God.
Yeah. You didn't hear about the Brazilian?
Oh, yeah. Joe.
That was like a 2-3 year period with these guys.
Joe, more than once.
How many years was it? It was about a 3-year period.
No, it was when we were off the air. I never went once we came back on because I felt like I had too much to lose and things could go wrong so quickly there. I did get 3 trips. Once I stayed in the Sheraton, twice the Rio Hotel. The Ofo. Yeah, but Patrice, and Brazil, oh God, was he funny. I remember the last day we ran around and just took pictures of everything for our families, like we spent like we were really high, changes of clothes, I was like, going to put the shirt on, up at the fucking Cristo, the Jesus statue. But that's hilarious. We would, I remember we got in the fucking car. We're in the car. He puts one of these cars, the cabs are real small, right? They're just these small little shit cars. Yeah. He gets in the front. You imagine how big he is. And he throws his girl in the back with me. And then the rule is no whores in the same car. And I'm going, Patrice, don't put her in the car. She doesn't want to go in the car by herself. She wants to go with Badiki, right? He goes, get in the car. And I'm like, Patrice, get her out of the car. Get her. And he's the driver, just go. And all of a sudden he goes, shut the fuck up, Bobby. And you very rarely hear Patrice snap for real. Yeah. And I'm like, you shut the fuck up. Then we look and there's a roadblock. Just cops, and I'm like, great. Oh, fuck. And they pull us over, and he's nervous now. Everybody's shitting their pants. They got fucking machine guns with their fingers on the trigger, which is, you're not supposed to have your finger on the trigger. So they take us out, and Patrice is, everybody's fucking, I'm in like, you fucking cocksucker.
Brazilian prison.
We're gone. Yeah. And he's out there, they got the girl out there, they're talking Portuguese to the girl. You don't know what she's ratting us out there. The fucking cab driver, Patrice said, and then they get to me. I get 1,000 real in my pocket, which they're taking that. That's fucking gone. You know? And then I tried to assimilate because I'm such a worm. I tried to, because I have puffy lips and I might look a little Spanish. I just said C. I said, you understand they have guns on us. Okay? Yeah. The guy's patting me down. He touches every pocket. I'm like, C. I said C around 87 times. All of a sudden, on the 50th C, you hear Patrice go, he starts losing it. Oh, shit. You get back in the car and goes, you fucking idiot. You said C one more time. out of jail. You guys would actually do a fundraiser to fucking get a lawyer to get him out. You'd leave me there. Working on it, Kelly.
Love it.
You remember when the seller tried to kick him out? The seller kicked him out, and then he hung around the corner so we would all do our sets and then leave because we wanted to hang around with them. So
why did the seller kick him out?
Well,
he had an argument with Manny, I think, but it was a mistake. It was a misunderstanding. I watched it happen, and Manny mistook. Patrice was asking him if he had false teeth, and we would tease each other all the time there, and it was getting to. I think that was something Manny was sensitive about because he was 70. It was one of the only things I guess that was like his Achilles, and Patrice really didn't know.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't say anything bad about this. No. I mean, I got kicked out for a minute. Everybody, at some point, you're late or whatever, you do whatever, and then they got to throw down the gauntlet. So
I think he didn't want to come back. I'm saying. I think that he just said, "Fuck this, I'm not going back," and he just didn't want to go back.
Well, all I know is, so now we would just all go hang where he was at. So then they had to let him back in. You couldn't beat him.
Oh, so because everybody was leaving.
Because we were all going to leave, and then they want people hanging around or whatever. So they had to let him back in. And then he would figure that out, going, that was kind of golden handcuffs that they let me back in. So then what he did was he was back in, but he wouldn't put him for spots. And we'd just go down there and hang out. It was always chess with him.
Oh,
yeah.
Jim, you tweeted a picture yesterday, you and Patrice on a movie set, and how miserable he was or something like that. Did he do something on there?
We fucking did, which is not a great film. We played construction workers, and we had to think about honey wagons.
I saw you had two construction
They just started laughing. Fire manager, we played construction workers. I was like the code manager. He was just embarrassing to be associated with. We had to go in and do our first meet with the director. We sat around all day. And I'm trying to hey, we're doing a movie, and it's a Brooke Shields movie, and we're sitting down, and he's just,
You're like the battered wife making excuses.
I'm like, he's tired.
The wife of the alcoholic.
Everybody hated him on that shoot. He was so
He never had a time like when you first come to New York and start being in showbiz or whatever, and everybody has some awful cringe-worthy memory of, meeting a booker or whoever and shooting up too quickly from your chair. Oh, hi, thank you. Yes, thank you. He never lived that moment in his life. He could be this slumped in a chair and, Steven Spielberg walks up to him and he looks at him like, do I have to take my hand out of my pocket and shake your hand? How you doing? Uppity. I think it's what I did. Kind of uppity. He was very down energy uppity.
But what Billy was saying about Patrice,
Yeah.
I was thinking, that just reminded me when we started doing the show, and before we did Tough Crowd, we did it on NBC a couple of times. And I remember I was always like, don't leave him alone. It was like so new because this was the only thing he'd ever had. And I knew, don't leave him alone. And he was fucking NBC.
Oh, shit, yeah.
And then I remember one time he was walking in it, and it was like a soundproof office. Like every time I left him alone, anybody, something horrible would happen. It was just a soundproof office. It was like some guy from the West Coast was in town. It was just him and the guy on the West Coast. And he was sitting there, and I looked over at the guy, he had this horrified look on his face. And Patrice was talking as if, a couple of guys having a conversation. And I just walked in and I heard like, pussy, and bitches. Like he was just like spouting to this like white guy in his 50s in a fucking suit. But it's just like, it's like he's having a conversation with like, Will at the cellar. And it's just like, the guy just, it was horrified, like his face was pacing away. He gave no respect.
No.
He would do them.
Yeah.
It's a pretty accurate description. He gave it no respect.
Yeah.
I didn't deserve another big producer once. I remember at the cellar, I was doing like a movie, and it was like, hey Patrice, like I still said there had to be a slight scintilla of non-destructiveness. But Patrice just got doing it, and the guy goes, hi, I heard a lot about you. Patrice is at the bar at the cellar, and he turns around like fucking royalty like this. And it just turns away.
A little dainty handshake.
One time you get a meeting at Comedy Central, and you put on your I'm going to get a deal shirt and go in there, and you tap dance and you try to sell your stupid idea for a show. He went in there and spent 45 minutes trashing the executive for putting Mind of Mencia on the air. He just wouldn't the meeting ended. Like, that was just basically the meeting. I think he pitched his show in the final 3 minutes.
He got the opportunity to go in there and decided he was just going to bash the show.
Come on.
Oh, man, that's fucking
It
great.
just kept, yeah, and at the end, you know, he pitched his show for like 3 minutes. And I remember asking him why he did it. I go, why would you do that? He just started laughing. I was thinking about all that stuff. You know, one time I went up, do you remember the time that comedian came to town? He had the metal hand.
What?
So this guy comes to town. He was missing his left hand, so he had like one of those 3-pronged left hand things. Everybody sees it. Nobody wants to say anything. And the great thing was with his left hand. So when you met the guy, you just stuck out the right hand, and there was no problem. But everybody's thinking, what happened to his hand, right? So after he meets like 10 comics, he then meets Patrice, and Patrice sees the guy, and when he goes to shake his hand, instead of sticking out his right hand, he sticks out his left hand. And the guy with the fake hand, like just out of instinct, stuck out his left hand, and then sort of froze for a second. And then Patrice, with his big, dainty fingers, just grabbed one of the metal tongs and sort of shook it. And there was all this awkwardness, and then Patrice just goes, "What happened to your hand, man?" And like that's why I love the name of his last special, "The Elephant in the Room," because that's what he always did.
Yeah.
I love his bits about being paranoid as a black guy, like not one. If he threw away his soda, he didn't throw it on the street because it might land next to somebody, like some dead girl.
Dead white girl. Yeah, he'd be the Coca-Cola killer. The Pepsi-Cola rapist. He'd go over a hill and land by a dead white girl.
He'd always get a receipt and say what time it was.
Like gum.
That's actually, you know what, I think there was some truth in that, too.
No, there was. You could tell that's why it was funny. But that's what it was like a totally other thing.
Yeah.
It's like, I remember reading a thing about Rocky when they made that movie and that Stallone was peddling the script. Nobody wanted to make it. And then whoever made it, the guy, producer, said he's reading yet another boxing picture. Like, there's so many. Like, who's going to want to make this? And then he goes, and then 3 pages in, this guy's talking to his turtles. Like, what is this? And it made me pay attention. That's what Patrice was like. It's like, here's another big black comedian on stage.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch him with one eye open. And then he's talking about this Pepsi-Cola rapist thing and these silly, weird, totally different insight into being a huge black guy than anybody. And you go, wait a minute, a whole other thing.
I thought you were going into a different direction where you were saying trying to convince us something was as frustrating as talking to turtles. Like you did have a better shot at winning an argument with them.
But we all agree he was black. He was black.
At the end of this, we're all going to...
He was black.
Then he was at Caroline's one night, and there was a Christmas party there. Fucking 25 people and their female boss. So, of course, like, you're waiting for it. You're like, when's he going to attack the boss? And finally, he gets around to it, and he goes, let me tell y'all how she likes to get fucked. He goes, see how she wear her hair up in that bun? She likes to let that shit down. She likes a dude to wrap that shit around his fist 5, 6 times and pull her head down like a horse and go, bitch, shut the fuck up. Fucking all of her employees are laughing at her. She's staring at Patrice, dude, like venom. And Patrice just goes, bitch, don't give me boss eyes. I don't work for you.
Like a maniac. Do you know, last night somebody from England, a comedian from England, this is how much this guy's loved, flew all the way over here on his own dime to come to the funeral today. And he was telling this story. They were doing a TV taping in London. So, of course, Patrice doesn't give a fuck. He's treating this like, you know, Europe's Friday night videos. He doesn't give a shit, right? And for some reason, they had a book in the green room, I guess, it had a list of all these comedians that were so far down the ladder, they didn't have a manager or an agent. They just had their phone number, their home phone number. So Patrice, instead of preparing for his set, starts calling these guys over in England. He called one guy up at a puppet. And he goes, yeah, how much to book the puppet? I just want to get the puppet. I don't want to book you. He asked another guy, how much would it cost to get you to just stop? Yeah, so nobody was paying attention to the taping. They were all gathering around Patrice once again, holding court. And everyone just laughing, like
call another one, call another one. Just effortless. I totally butchered that story, but
that's him. That is him. Funny, man.
The same guy. It's Brendan Burns is who you're talking about.
Yeah, Brendan Burns.
We were doing the Nasty Show in Montreal, and Brendan came over to hang out backstage, and he was going off about English comedy and how good the scene is, and Patrice just goes, English comedy stinks, and did a 10-minute just improv sketch of an English comedy club, and he's just going, coming to the stage, Ian Eaglepuss. And he's just making up these ridiculous things, get the fuck out of here. Y'all are 30 years behind us. I was the king of England when I went over there. It was so fucking funny, man.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, and you're like, wow, I wish I had anything in my act half that fucking funny.
Yeah.
And he just said that all off the top of his goddamn head. When he found out I was Egyptian, he'd call me up, like on Thanksgiving. He'd be like, Joe, you want to come over for Thanksgiving? I go, I can't. I'm doing something with my family. He goes, you know what, Joe? I'm tired of you pretending you're white. And he'd go, everybody knows you're a dirty nigger African. The rest of us.
I remember when I sent Patrice a text that I was having a kid. He calls up. I see him home. I think he's going to congratulate. He said, the first thing he says, please tell me the bitch is white. I'll never forget, I was at the comic strip, Christmas party, and I brought this girl, and she was really hot, and Patrice just looking her up and down. He goes, you got this in the bag? I go, yeah. He goes, so I can say whatever I want? I go, yeah. He goes, sure, I don't want to ruin it for you. Why did you say, yeah? I was like, no, it's fine. So he just went over, he goes, you like this guy? And she's like, yeah, he's really funny. He's like, do you know his opening joke is the difference between alcohol and marijuana? You realize that? She's like, yeah, he's really funny. Yeah, I know that one. That's good. You realize he did the voices of puppets on TV. That's like my favorite show. And he goes, you're just a dumb bitch. And the girl's like, how could you say he's your friend? I'm like, he's joking. She's like, how is that a joke? He's just calling a dumb bitch.
He ended a couple of my relationships early.
Yeah.
He did, yeah. Just, you'd see him get that look in his eye, like, and you didn't know what mood Patrice was going to be in. He could be the most lovely, like, little angel, or just, he would just slowly turn. It was like slow-mo, and I saw him sizing up the dude I was with, and no, running for it. It was too late. Just trashed this guy's life. The guy, I don't think he ever got an erection again.
I remember when we went on the virus tour once, and we were sitting at the table signing people's shit. And I was sitting next to Patrice, and some teenage kid says, I'm only 15, and he was like bragging about how he was a teenager, and then he asked me to sign his underwear, like he pulled his underwear up out of his jeans, and he asked me to sign his underwear. So I'm like, I don't give a shit. I go for it with the Sharpie, and Patrice slaps the Sharpie out of my hand, literally. He goes, what? You're going to sign a teenage boy's underwear? You know how fast you're going to be in jail? Like, he smacked me. I said, what are you doing?
Did I tell that story about him telling that girl to shut up? Her voice.
That could be 1,000 stories.
Is that the cellar or no? That time we were at the cellar, and those girls were all talking. I think I told that when I called it. I'll tell it again. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, it don't matter.
Just sitting there, it's a loud bar, and, women, their voices go up, it gets fucking, and it just goes, they're sitting there talking like, and he keeps glancing over there as he's trying to talk to me, and then he did that glance for an extra second. I'm like, oh, fuck, he's going to say something. And he just picked out one and just goes, ma'am, miss, ma'am. And she finally looks. She goes, what? He goes, your voice. And she goes, is it loud? And he goes, it's piercing. Right? And he just starts, and just basically tells her to shut up. So then these girls are fucking gorgeous, too. So their two friends want to come to her rescue. So all three of them come over to Patrice. I'm like, oh, fuck, how the hell is he going to deal with this? And I don't know what he did. Within 30 seconds, he had them auditioning to figure out who had the best sexy phone sex voice.
Holy shit.
And they were auditioning for him, and he was sitting there judging, and telling each one of them why, despite their looks, guys didn't find him attractive after like a third date. And he was so in there. It was Hannibal Lecter. He was in their fucking heads. Hannibal Lecter. It was awesome.
Spike Lee loved him too, and he was in 25th Hour, This is called, this is a black bridge that was burned. These are just white people he defended? He had a pilot, Spike wanted him to do a project, or to hold off on a project, because it was between Patrice and another guy, but Spike really liked him, and Spike's like, please just don't go out to LA for pilot season. And Patrice just refused to bend. He's like, I got to go out for pilot season. And Spike's like, I just want you to can I just keep you on hold? Because he would have used him for that or something else. And Spike actually called him personally, which you really don't do. And he goes, look, I really would like you to do this, to hold out for it. And he goes, well, you're calling me. My agent should be talking to you. This is my agent expressing my wishes. Oh my God. And Spike's like, you won't do it? He goes, no. And Spike goes, all right then. And hung up on him, and that was the last time he spoke to Spike Lee.
I've never heard a revisionist white man telling two black men talking a story. My mom describing it a reach around donkey punch. He took all this spirit and emotion out of it. That's what Spike said. Gentlemen,
I didn't want to jig it up too much.
Get my leash.
How was I supposed to say it? And the one motherfucker.
Got my the stage in Brooklyn in a deserted playground.
Hung up that motherfucker and chicken with the white pussy. I don't do good black impression. I just do me. Thank you very much.
Very good. Oh, fuck. You see it on Twitter. You see how many people love the guy.
Yeah, but how many went paid to see him, huh?
Yeah,
I hate to be the douche and bag of the conversation here, but everybody wants it for free. We got a purple suit to buy and a gigantic coffin, all right? Let's make things happen. All right? Enough hemming and hawing about it.
Oh my God.
999. What? Oh, sorry. Last time I was here. No, but I mean, honestly, it's true. There's a lot of fans and,
Oh my God.
what? What were you guys talking about before I got here?
We didn't bring it up.
Oh,
You never said to bring it up.
yeah. Oh, the president's in town. You're right.
Yeah.
Like so many other
We're going
things
to talk about that.
Holy what? Purple suit and giant coffin.
Hey, Craig. Please give a huge Denver welcome.
such a loud towny toot-toot town, isn't it? Yeah. The loudest thing on the garbage trucks. You hear them in the morning with that sound? You know that? Make it stop! Make it stop! Make it stop! Oh, it's going. It's going. No, wait. What is that? Can't they oil it, whatever it is? Is someone throwing out a goat every day? I don't get it. They come at 5 a.m. Why? They're picking up garbage. It's not going to go bad again. What's the hurry, huh? What do you move? Yeah? I'm into the environment, and so should you. It's not just for lesbians anymore, I'm telling you. Enjoy it. Revel in it. I watch the Discovery Channel. Yes. And you know what I discovered? I need a girlfriend. That's right. Yes, yeah. No, I did. Because that Discovery Channel is the most boring shit I've ever seen in my life. And the more of you watch, the less chance you ever have of meeting a woman. Because it fills your head full of odd facts that come out at any moment like a Tourette syndrome. I'm talking to a girl, I'm like, how you doing? Did you know Hitler was ticklish? Well, yeah. Much like the sea otter. Where are you going? Come back. All those animals and documentaries. I was watching this 4-hour documentary on the invention of the straw. Now, don't ask me why I'm watching it, because I'm taping it. But the man who invented the straw had to be the laziest man on earth. Because think about it. This was too much work for this fucking dude. There's got to be a better way to get the liquid from here to my fucking head. No, something more. Perhaps a straw. Eureka. Oh, Lordy Lou. Yeah. I was watching this thing about the orangutan. Have you seen them? Yeah, well, they're indeed in church. Do you know the orangutan are the smartest of all the other monkeys? Yeah. They do the fucking taxes for the other chimps, you know what I'm saying? You know why they have the red hair? Camouflage. I thought they were Irish. I really had no idea. You know what animal I hate the most? And you're going to hate me for saying it, but I'm going to say it because it's my show now. The dolphin. I hate the dolphin. They're always laughing and smiling at you. They're always so fucking happy. Why? They're like the born-again Christians of the sea. I don't get it. Yes. They always have that look like they just fucked your girlfriend, we weren't doing nothing. I can smell her on your blowhole, I know it. Come over here, Flipper. I get the beating of your life. Let's take it down a notch. I don't have a girlfriend, but sometimes I like to pretend I do. I just stand in my apartment screaming, hey, no, that's not what I said. No. I didn't say that. Excuse me. Put down the knife. Put it down. Put it easy. That was like a one-man show, huh? Yeah. I call it Doreen. So, I'm going bald and I can't keep hiding it from you. I really am. I am sick of bald men being stereotyped on TV as basketball players and captains of starships. Oh man, am I going bald. If I knew I was going to go bald, I would have done a lot more hair things when I was growing up. beehive. Fuck it, I don't care if it's ugly, that's there, ain't it? Well, it is. Pigtails, cornrows, that Princess Leia thing on the side, I don't care. 'Cause look at it. Make it better, Daddy, make it better. You know you're going bald when your conversations with your barber keep getting shorter and shorter. I sit down, he's like, nice day, you're finished, all right? Beat it. Well, take a tip. No, son, that would be stealing. Oh. I always see guys with really good hair, but they always fuck it up. I saw this one guy, he carves a line going all the way around his head, just this line. Why? Is that when you say, you know, I have had it up to here?